Hey guys, how y'all doing today? My name is Franchise Fanatic, and welcome back to the channel. And today, for you guys, is another video game review. Today we're tackling Spongebob SquarePants: The Cosmic Shake for the Xbox One, which, for the record, I am playing on the Xbox Series X. Now, I am able to record this game as you're seeing my own gameplay in the background, so make sure to enjoy that. And, yeah, so, just to get the groundworks out of the way, the housekeeping rules, I guess. I've been a massive fan of SpongeBob since I was a kid. Probably like 6 or 7, and I'm 24 now, and I'm a bigger fan than I ever was. I think SpongeBob SquarePants is a fantastic show for all ages. It's just a fun, funny, entertaining show that, again, anyone, no matter your age, can get behind. And the video games, some have been kind of shite, and some of them have been, pretty good. Specifically, when I was a kid, we got Battle for Bikini Bottom, had that on the GameCube, the PS2, the SpongeBob SquarePants movie game, which was also on the PS2. I still own them. And then we also got, SpongeBob The Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, which was a remaster, which I do also now own on Xbox One, which I will be playing, relatively soon. But, so yeah, SpongeBob, the TV show is amazing. The movies have been really good, for the most part, at least. The video games have been great, and I'm a big defender of the show. A lot of people go, oh, SpongeBob is really crap after Season 3 or Season 4. Like, Seasons 5 through whatever are complete dog cheeks. And I'm like, nah, I love all 13 seasons. I don't care. I effing do. I genuinely love all the seasons. I don't understand the hate. I think that's great. So, coming from a massive effing SpongeBob SquarePants fan, I was pretty friggin' excited for the Cosmic Shake. But then, we got delays. And then I think we got delayed once. And then we haven't really seen a whole lot of gameplay. So I was like, alright, whatever. Battle for Bikini Bottom is one of my favorite games ever. It's such a good game. And not just because I have nostalgic memories, it's genuinely a well-made game. And the rehydrated version, the remaster, is even better than it was before for the PS2. So the fact that we were getting kind of, a proper sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom, pretty friggin' awesome. And does it hold up on an Xbox One, which is, again, being played on a Series X? Look, here's the thing. As a massive SpongeBob fan, okay, take that into account. This game is the perfect follow-up to Battle for Bikini Bottom. The graphics for a SpongeBob game are freaking phenomenal. The water effects, the shadowing, the lighting, the particles in the air, SpongeBob himself, Patrick Balloon, all the enemies, Sandy, Squidward, Mr. Krabs, Mrs. Puff, they all animate really freaking good. The cutscenes are genuinely amazing, alright? It's like you're watching a slightly lower budget animated movie of SpongeBob, and it looks really, really good. The Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated cutscenes are a little bit lifeless, because, they look kind of lifeless in the original, so maybe they wanted to stay true to that. But, for this game, it's a brand new title, so they obviously didn't want to make it static and kind of dumb looking. So, they animate very well in the gameplay and in the cutscenes. Graphics, fantastic. Again, for a SpongeBob game, alright? This ain't no freaking Battlefront 2. This is not, Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga. This, look, for a SpongeBob game, it's pretty good. Compared to other games, it's not amazing. But, again, it still does look good. Like, even if you've never played a SpongeBob game, and all you play is, like, Elden Ring or Assassin's Creed or whatever the F, it does still look good. But for a SpongeBob title, it's really good. Now, when it comes to other positives, right, I think the story is pretty cool. Of course, no spoilers, but, Madame Cassandra sells SpongeBob and Patrick this bubble wand, and hijinks ensue, and, Bikini Bottom turns into a bunch of, this is basically like the Spider-Man No Way Home version of SpongeBob, because they go to these different wish worlds, they're called. SpongeBob uses this magic bubble baton balloon thingy, and he kind of, transports to, it's Jellyfish Fields, but it's the Wild West, or, it's downtown Bikini Bottom, but it's actually, karate, like a film studio, or, there's Rock Bottom, and it's like horror Halloween. So, they're taking all these aspects and locations from the show that we've also seen in Battle for Bikini Bottom, and they're actually giving it this really awesome, unique spin to it where, you feel like you've been to this location, but it's not like, damn it, I was just here in the other game. I want something new. It has enough newness to it where you play it and you're not like, man, this is just boring, or, it has enough variation where it's, very much fun to explore. Of course, there's the main missions, there's the collectibles, there's golden spatulas, and the little, bubbles that you collect, which is like your shiny objects, your or like Lego games, it's like your studs, it's like your in-game currency, Elden Ring runes, you know what I'm saying, and so that's cool. Again, story pretty good. The ending is kind of effed up. It's kind of wonky. I'm not going to say what it is, but it's really, really freaking weird. I don't know why they ended that game like that, but other than that, I think it's a pretty fun story. Other positives, I think that the collectibles are really cool. Again, the hubs really emphasize, replayability. I mean, I 100%ed at the time of recording this today. I'm recording it on February 6th, and at the time of recording, I have 100% of the game. Now, look, I do have a life, okay? I have college, I have other shit to do. It's a SpongeBob game. So, again, I'm not trying to downplay it, but, because it's a SpongeBob game and it's available to a wide array of age groups, a lot of adults play this game. As you've seen on YouTube, right? It's not a kids game, but kids will be playing. It's not specifically meant for children. It's for everyone. And that, of course, includes children. And kids, like I said, they're obviously going to play a SpongeBob game. So they have to make it, appeal to both, different variety of ages. And as a 24-year-old dude who plays a lot of other games that aren't SpongeBob games, I kind of beat it in 6-7 days, about a week. I finished all of it with work and college and other stuff I had to do, but it's not that big of a game, you know what I mean? Like, you do the campaign, you unlock SpongeBob abilities, and then you go back in the hubs, in the open world sections, and you unlock costumes and skins, and all that kind of stuff. It's fun, it's addictive, and it's very easy, and this leads me to, I guess, one of my slight negatives, which we'll get into, but we'll touch back on it. My other positive is the controlling, right? The controlling of the playability of SpongeBob, because in this game, you don't play as Patrick and Sandy or whatever, you're just playing as SpongeBob. And at first I was like, is that going to effing work? Is that going to be cool? Because Battle for Bikini Bottom had 3 playable characters, and it does. It works. For a majority of the time, or well, actually for all the time, you're playing as SpongeBob. But he has new abilities. So in this game, for example, it's such a genius little move, 2 genius moves that it 200% increases the fun factor of the game compared to Battle for Bikini Bottom. It's like, how did they not freaking think of this before? It's the gliding. So, you tap A once, he jumps, you double tap A, he does his little jump, his, double jump, and then you double tap A and hold A on Xbox, and he has the Krusty Krab pizza. Where you're Krusty Krab, that episode. And he literally glides. Now, it has a timer. You can't just glide forever. Think of, I guess, Breath of the Wild or Fortnite or Gotham Knights with, Nightwing. It's got that gliding factor to it, but it's fun, I mean? It's not the best thing in the world, but for a SpongeBob game, it felt like, it was like, the Battle for Bikini Bottom was missing something, and that's what it was definitely missing, man, the ability to glide. It saves you from falls, it's more fun to glide, just really cool shite, and then, of course, the other thing is the dodge. Now, again, being a SpongeBob game, the combat is not too effing hard. I mostly died, actually, to mistimed jumps, as opposed to the combat, but it is still really good combat for sure, what I mean? Again, hashtag, with an asterisk for a SpongeBob game. That's not to say it's bad not comparing it, but you get what I'm saying. So, you're jumping, you're tapping the X button, and SpongeBob has this bubble wand, just like the other one, and he's hitting guys, most enemies go down in 1 or 2 hits, and nothing, I'm not expecting freaking Dark Souls, Elden Ring, level of combat in this, but it's more deep than Battle for Bikini Bottom, in a sense that, now you can just, tap X, you can jump, you can, hit A and B, and SpongeBob will, slam down on a guy like he did in the other one. But now, if you're overwhelmed, because some enemies take 2 to 3 hits to kill, you can hit the B button, and SpongeBob will literally do a cartwheel roll, and he'll dodge. So, again, it just adds this level of detail and depth to the combat system. And for a SpongeBob game, it's really effing cool. I mean, the ability to double jump and glide into a combat arena, smack a jelly monster and hit B and dodge roll out of the way, and then jump on a guy. I mean, it's very fluid combat, very fluid controls, and SpongeBob handles like a friggin' dream. Very, very cool stuff. So again, cutscenes great, graphics great, playability of SpongeBob great. The open world sections are great. Now for its negative time, okay? I gotta touch on some negatives here. Now, I don't know what the problem is with modern gaming. But you look at games like Elden Ring on an Xbox Series X, a $500 console, Gotham Knights. They're marketed at 30 FPS, and sometimes it dips below 30 FPS. Now, I love Elden Ring, and I love Gotham Knights, but when you're playing Gotham Knights and it takes a giant effing frame dip, or you're playing Elden Ring and it stutters 24/7, it does take you out of it a bit. And this game does fall accessible. Is that even a thing? It falls prey to FPS drops. A SpongeBob game with a minimal budget and minimal development team on an Xbox One, playing on an Xbox Series X, lags and stutters. I don't know how the hell that's even possible, but it happened, and it's very annoying. So, for example, you might even see some of it in the gameplay here, but the overall Bikini Bottom open world hub, there's barely any lag. Wild West Jellyfish Fields, barely any lag. There are hubs that have barely any lag, and it's for mostly a smooth experience. But then you go to Karate Downtown Bikini Bottom, the entire hub. No matter what section of the map you're on for Karate Downtown Bikini Bottom, it lags hard. Because when you're used to playing a SpongeBob game in 60 FPS or whatever, and it's really ultra smooth, and then you fast travel to a certain hub, you can tell it's instantly like 40 FPS, and it is Stutter City. And again, I'm not trying to sound like some prick who's like, frame rate. It's like, look, I'm not the PC master race Jesus over here, but my eyes can tell the difference between 30 and 60. And when you're playing on something that's ultra butter smooth, and then you go to a thing that's a little shaky, you can tell just from moving the camera, moving SpongeBob. You can notice, and the entirety of that hub is essentially one giant lag fest. And there's a Pirate Beach hub, which you've probably seen, like Goo Lagoon Pirate Beach Hub. Every time there is an explosion in this game, either you hit like an explosive tiki, the red ones, or like a freaking guy like shoots throws a effing like missile bomb, a jelly monster throws a missile bomb and it blows up. Every time, no matter where you are in the game, there's an explosion. No matter, like you said, you're exploding tikis or an enemy, it will lag. And it's not like, really bad, but, when you're playing on a smooth hub and an explosion happens, and you're doing combat, or you're just simply, trying to explore the hub, I mean, it'll be like butter smooth 60, and then for 1 or 2 seconds, it'll lag like to 20 or 30, and then it goes back. But when you're trying to do these parkour moves and glide around a SpongeBob, and it's lagging like that because some, reject on the map blew up something, sometimes you die because, like, SpongeBob gets rocketed back because of the frame drop, and it can't keep up. So just, little dumb things like that. Just really stupid things. Stuff that they could easily patch, and as of release, on January 31st, there has not been another patch. And I get it. It's probably a AA game. It's not the biggest effing marketing and the biggest team. But look, fix your game, all right? Jesus Christ. Look, how many games have I loved? Look, I wanted to love Saints Row, the reboot. I enjoyed it. I bought it and I liked it. But it kept stuttering and they didn't friggin' fix it. Elden Ring, one of my favorite games of all time. I would never trade it, but it stutters all the time. Gotham Knights, a game that was marketed at 30 FPS. Sometimes it lags and stutters, and we have not gotten patches for this. And the fact that games can lag and stutter either in 60 or 30 FPS in a 2023 with a $500 Xbox Series X console, I mean, it's unacceptable. It is, truly. Again, I'm not trying to sound like some rich kid, because I'm not. But, you buy a game to freaking function and work right. And when it's lagging and all that, it just kills your mood. And it really kills your immersion. And the fact that a SpongeBob game, like Elden Ring, I get. That stuttering, I get sometimes, I guess. Because it's so freaking big. But a SpongeBob game that took me 6 days to beat to 100% completion, that should not be happening. We need a patch ASAP. Other than that, though, this game is the perfect, a sequel to Battle for Bikini Bottom. Again, if you're a big fan of SpongeBob, the shows, the movies, whatever, if you played the game when you were a kid or you played as an adult, buy the Cosmic Shake. Yes, there is some lag and FPS stutters. It does kill the mood, especially when you go from a really smooth area to a really rocky, kind of a stuttery area. But at the end of the day, it's not a deal breaker, but it is something to be aware of, and that's probably my only negative. Again, I love the story, I love the graphics, love the open world, love the playability of SpongeBob. He controls well. It's fun. The combat's better than ever for SpongeBob. And, I'm looking forward to what Purple Lamp does in the future for SpongeBob games, but if they're going to make more, you got to fix the optimization, all right? Like I said, for a SpongeBob game in 2023 on a $500 gaming console, having FPS stutters and lag for explosions or, whatever. I mean, it's straight up unacceptable. So tell me in the comments down below what you thought about SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake. From a 0 to a 10, I love the game. But again, that frame drop on optimization really can kill the mood sometimes when you're having a good time, and you hit a thing and it explodes and there's lag or whatever, or the entirety of one hub, the Karate Downtown Bikini Bottom hub, is just complete lag the whole time. So unless they fix this, which I highly doubt they will at this point because it's been almost a week, I don't think they care. But I don't know. I'll probably give it an 8.5. I think that's a fair rating. Look, again, if I wasn't a big fan of SpongeBob, I would still give it the same review, regardless if you like the franchise. If you like good, funny, fun, open world-esque platforming games that any age can, get into, the Cosmic Shake is definitely worth it. But if you just want a smooth experience, I don't know how the hell Nintendo Switch is doing it, but I mean it's probably a lost cause. But Series X, if it has frame drops, I don't really know what to tell you, but hopefully they can patch it. That's my only negative, though, is that. But anyway, 8.5 out of 10. Make sure to tell me down below what you thought about SpongeBob SquarePants The Cosmic Shake. Hope you guys enjoyed this review, and can't wait to do more reviews coming out soon. I'm going to be getting Hogwarts Legacy soon. Hopefully that runs well. But anyway, can't wait to cover more gaming content, and thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.